Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and today we'll be continuing with the Sunry murder trial. So let's get right into it. We're going to be heading to the hotel. Still don't know exactly where that's at, so I'm just going to be looking around for it basically on each map. Hopefully it'll pop up. Okay, so it's probably going to be on the next screen.
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
Week's salary.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next week.
Alright, well I'm not really interested in anything, so let's continue looking for the hotel. Maybe it's down here. I think it's probably down here since we haven't been down here. Alright, is this it? Visitors Hotel? Ooh, we're lagging up just a little bit. Alright, let's talk to Ignis.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
I could pay you 200 credits to say it.
That's a lot of money. Maybe I could do something for you then. All right, I'll do it. I'll tell the Cellcath that he left before the shot went off. But this is our little secret. If you try and turn me in for lying, I'm making sure you come with me.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Cellcath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Bazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
No more questions for now.
Okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
with me.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Oh, well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You know you want to tell me.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Alasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
I have a lightsaber too, you know.
I know, but you're a Jedi. Alasa never claimed to be. I don't know what it means to you, but to me it kind of screams Dark Jedi. I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Okay,
Sure.
we got some dark side points. Nice. No. I want the foot locker. Hey, got 100 credits. Nice. Blue Pour. Where you at? You here with Selkath? You have questions for Glupor? Glupor already say everything he know. Questions about the murder of Alasa. Glupor tell everything to Selkath you not know. Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything about murder, everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Staying at the hotel, not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at. Glupor save for weeks and have enough to stay here for a few days. Glupor's chance to live better for a while. What did you see? Not see murder. Oh no. Did see the Republic guy, the cripple, Sunry, his name. Glupor thinks. Glupor sees Sunry running away from the scene of crime. Glupor see nothing else at all, especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Alasa's room? Glupor just curious to see what had happened. Glupor have no reason to go into room. No one pay Glupor to do it. How about if I pay you 100 credits to tell me? How you know someone paid Glupor? Well, Sith man came up to Glupor after murder before Selkath arrived. He say he give Glupor good money if Glupor put metal into Sith's hand. Glupor good. Glupor plant evidence and leave no trace, but Glupor not recognize Sith man anyway. Glupor not recognize humans very well. No use to Selkath, so no bother to tell them. Well, that and the Sith man say he killed Glupor if Glupor speaks. Oh no. Glupor think he can't talk more right now. Glupor feels the need to lie down. Maybe just stay here. Okay. So, planting evidence. Alright,
Yes?
you've got to move.
Sure.
Ready.
And I think that's everybody here.
You, Jedi.
hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
You're talking crazy talk.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Alright, so we know we can't get into the Sith embassy, so the Republic embassy I think is right here. Yep. So let's go in here and see if we can get in and check out whatever he's talking about.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
On a mission from the Jedi Council, perhaps you can help me with it.
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient and forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
You want to tell me?
Don't think you can manipulate me, Jedi. The Republic Diplomatic Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time, so we're very resistant to mental influence. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you.
What do you want me to do?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
What is this recording?
It's intelligence information about Sith activities on Manaan, as well as some oceanographic reports on the local marine life.
What do you want me to do?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
How do I get in the Sith base?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Is there another
The
way?
Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a passcard to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
I think I'll interrogate the prisoner.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Alright, we're also going to go in here first and actually look at the control terminal and see if we can figure something out. Or, is that not it? Whoa, it's laggy. It is pretty darn laggy.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
What do I have to do?
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is, we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Alright, so that computer is what we need. I think. Slice the system. Access restricted data archives. The computer screen switches to a fisheye view of some sort of small surveillance device on a wall. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. As she walks further into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry murdering Alasa. Alright, that's all we needed to do there, so let's return to the trial now. And ask Sunry about what was going on there. So we know that he killed her now. We also know that he was cheating on his wife, who was the lady complaining to Jolie about helping in the first place. So let's talk to his wife first, I think.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Was Sunry having an affair?
What? Don't insult us both. Sunry is a just and honorable man. How dare you accuse him of such a thing?
Now, Elora. We're not here to pass judgment, my dear. We do need to know everything if we're here to help, yes?
Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. I started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but He was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Your husband might not be so innocent, Alora.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Well, we've got a video of him shooting her in the
I hear you've
back.
been appointed as... Of course not.
So he succeeded that time.
After all these years we've been together. He started sick, but even maybe
Right,
the
so it
Sith
says
one,
the
but even
same
though
thing.
this is all a...
It's possible.
Find the real evidence.
Alright, so if you get the persuade check, you get some XP. That's the point of doing that. Now let's save and talk to Sunry.
Joey, coming to check in on an old man?
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
There's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask.
I know you're guilty, Sunry. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
You're nothing but a cold-blooded killer. Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence. So they planted their own evidence. The Lhasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to a Sith Masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved to die.
I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. I won't expose you.
I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manaan. And none of us want that now, do we? No. I'll rot in here if I have to. I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to. But know what the consequences will be.
What the heck? Okay, whatever. Let's go. So, you're the arbiter of the Sunry Alasa murder case then. I hope you're impartial as the office is traditionally supposed to be. You off-worlders have a tendency to ignore the rule of law in favor of some rather irrational causes. What is it that I can do for you now? Let's begin Sunry's trial. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped, and once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of an arbiter. Are you certain you wish to begin the trial now? Are you deaf, Flipperhead? Let's get this trial over with. Very well, human. I shall advise the court, and we will begin immediately. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding the judges are Shelkar, Josa, Nel Shakan, Kota, and Dula. This trial is determined the culpability of Sunry and the death of Sith Alasa. Representing Sunry in his defense as a member of the Jedi Order, do you have any opening statements? I will find Sunry innocent. That remains to be seen. Acting as prosecutor for the Otto City Authority is impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
Don't be too overzealous in pressing your commission, Sith. The first matter of business is the presentation of sworn testimony about a proprietary ignis of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, left before I heard the blaster shot.
Impossible!
Know your place, Sith. This is serious evidence indeed. The court will keep this in mind near the top of the list of pertinent facts. We now begin by calling forth the witness to the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony and you have cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege given to the non-law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. First is Firith. The prosecution will question the witness first.
You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Objection, your honors. Objection sustained. Ask the witness your questions and do not do it promptly.
Of course, your honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, your honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. It is now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witness. Lost is a dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Elassa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunry. Do you have additional questions? Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else.
I have no additional questions. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? No. Glupor. The prosecution may question the witness.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you?
Yes, Glupor see Sunry running down the hallway, and when Glupor looked in room, Sith woman dead on floor.
This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Perhaps Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to question the witness now. Did you plant the metal on Elassa?
Glupor. Don't do it, Glupor.
The prosecution will be silent. What is it you wish to say, Glupor? Glupor paid by Sith to plant that metal.
Lies! Slander! I object!
You are certain of this, Glupor? This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? I have no additional questions. Would you like to poll the judges? No. The defense has no more questions. The court will call it Elora, Sunry's wife.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes, I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elassa.
Does the defense have questions for the witness? Was it true that your husband was having an affair with Elassa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You have already questioned the witness, prosecutor.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
This is very enlightening evidence. It will influence our deliberation considerably. Do you have any more questions, Arbiter? I have no additional questions. Will you use this opportunity to poll the judges? No. Does the prosecution have any remaining witnesses to call forth?
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, Your Honors.
Very well.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Elassa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Elassa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt the accused. fact, I think you've said quite enough already, prosecutor. Do you have any questions for the accused? You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, prosecutor. This is a valuable point that lends some credence to your defense, Arbiter. Is there anything else you wish to ask the accused? She was a spy, wasn't she? Do I want to ask that? I don't think I do, so I have no additional questions. We take this opportunity to poll the judges. No. The witnesses have all been called forward and questioned by both prosecution and defense. The prosecution will now present in closing its summary of the pertinent facts of this case.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed. And your closing statement, Arbiter? Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. Arguments are complete. Let's go with no one actually witnessed the murder. No. Let's go with Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her.
The Sith would not leave the metal of her killer clutched in her hand.
Your time for arguments is past, and you would do well to remember that. The Arbiter's argument does bring up a valid point. Is there anything else you would state? My arguments are complete. The court will now deliberate amongst ourselves. This court hereby finds Sunry guilty of the murder of Sith Elasa. According with Selkath law, the prescribed punishment for murder is death. But due to the extenuating circumstances surrounding this case, and to not provoke additional tension between the Sith and Republic elements within Otto City, the sentence is committed to a life term in Otto City prison.
No, Your Honors. I demand the death penalty.
You are in no position to argue, Sid. Do not think that your empire can pressure this court. We have made our decision. The verdict has been delivered, and this trial is now over. Remove the guilty party from this courtroom.
Sunry?
Alright. Locked up for life. Perfect. Alright, well we didn't get him out of his predicament, but we didn't get him killed, I guess. Alright, so let's move to the I guess we're gonna go back to the Republic Embassy now. But that's where we're going to leave off for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll be continuing with the main storyline, I think, in the next one. And we'll be interrogating the Sith prisoner. So, I'll see you then. Peace.